This is a video or a game which I think all of you would have seen or played. This is called a communication game, where people stand in a row and the first person is shown a intricate 2-3 steps of a dance, and he has to show it to the second person. Then the second person has to show it to the third person, and so on, and it continues. And by the time it reaches the last person, the dance move is completely changed. It is often unrecognizable. When the first person and the last person stand side by side, and when they show the dance moves simultaneously, it's completely different. As a doctor, why am I saying this? I often receive lots and lots of calls from friends, relatives, asking about their friends, their friends' friends, their friends' friends' relative, or someone whom they know who is admitted under my care in the intensive care unit, or for that matter in the hospital, or sometimes even in other departments in the hospital. They want to know the patient's condition, the diagnosis, and the treatment, and what could be the outcome. And usually it is a very, very genuine, straightforward question. And the usual excuse is that these details have not been properly explained to the family or immediate family. But this raises a critical issue. Are healthcare professionals even supposed to disclose such information? Legally, the answer is no. Patient confidentiality is a fundamental ethical and legal responsibility in medical practice. Medical details of a particular person should only be shared either with the person, the patient, the immediate family members upon his permission, or to a designated medical proxy based on his permission or the family's permission. Sharing information with anyone else, even with very good, straightforward intentions, can violate confidentiality and have ethical and legal consequences. Forget about legality. The bigger issue is how these information, the medical information or the information about a particular person and his treatment, changes as it passes through multiple people. Even if the doctor explains everything clearly to one person, by the time the messages, all the information reaches the immediate family, it has often been altered, sometimes unintentionally and sometimes dramatically. Here are some key problems with relaying, that means transferring information, medical information, through a chain of people. Number one, distortion of information. Just like in the game which we saw, details gets misinterpreted along the way. A minor complication may be exaggerated into a life-threatening emergency, or a serious issue may be downplayed. Number two, emotional misinterpretation. Medical updates carry an emotional weight. A small detail, when passed through multiple people, can create unnecessary panic or false reassurance also. 3. Confusing and conflicting information. If different people receive and relay or convey updates, the family often gets conflicting versions of the patient's story, leading to confusion and naturally misunderstandings. Number 4, unnecessary pressure on the medical team or the healthcare professional team. When multiple people call for updates, doctors and hospital staff end up repeating the same information multiple times. This not only consumes time, but also increases the risk of inconsistencies. Imagine a surgical team who has been working overnight to save a patient, and the next day repeating what is happening to the patient to multiple people on multiple occasions. Imagine the stress on them. Number 5, ethical dilemma. A well-meaning friend or a distant relative may insist that they are asking on behalf of the immediate family. But how do we verify if they actually have the family's consent? Doctors are often put in an uncomfortable position where they have to balance compassion with ethical responsibility. It happened to me once when I had to disclose these details to a distant person who told me is a close family friend. But later only I came to know that they had a financial deal and he just wanted to know whether this particular person will make it or not. See how it changed? Number 6, legal consequences. A breach of a patient confidentiality, whether intentional or accidental, can lead to legal complaints, disciplinary action, or loss of trust in the healthcare provider. Number 7, erosion of trust. If the family members receive inconsistent or incorrect information from multiple sources, they may lose trust in the medical team, believing that the details are being hidden or manipulated or concealed or altered. Now, what is the solution? Communication is extremely important, but it must be handled in the right way. This is what I do in my practice. Whenever there is a significant medical issue or a scan abnormality or a neurological problem which I need to show and explain to them, I usually take my mobile phone or their mobile phone, put it on a stand against the computer screen where the image is being displayed, the CT scan image is being displayed. I put it on video recording mode. Then I, with my fingers, show what are the abnormalities and explain to them. Along with that, I explain in detail the abnormalities of the scan, the details of the illness, what is the diagnosis or probable diagnosis we are considering, what are the investigations planned, and what is the treatment plan, and what are the expected outcomes. I usually hand over this video, usually I record it in the patient's bystander's phone or the close relative's phone, and hand it over to them. It is up to them to decide whom they should share the video with. It's not my responsibility. So if anybody asks me, I always tell them that I have given the explanatory video to the son, wife, mother, or daughter, whoever is the close bystander or the relative who is up there. This makes communication much more straightforward, simple, and compliant with legal and ethical standards. This approach ensures that the right information reaches the right people in a clear and consistent manner, reducing confusion, minimizing misinterpretation, and maintaining trust between doctors and families. Hope this helps. Please do share your thoughts and comments on this very troubling issue as far as the healthcare professionals are concerned. Thank you. See you next time with another episode of the Healthcare Futurist.